Two Syrian activists in two different cities leading anti-government protests 2 years ago. For Medya Dagestani, these protests in her hometown of Homs marked the first time she dared speak out in public against Syria's dictatorship.
The first protest was great when we screamed and saying that people want to overthrow the regime.
Activists called it a revolution, but the Syrian government called it terrorism and cracked down hard with mass arrests, systematic torture, and deadly use of force. Among those thrown in jail, this truck driver turned demonstrator named Abu Maryam. He emerged from prison to become an opposition leader in Aleppo, Syria's largest city. As the death toll grew, some protesters took up arms. And today, the revolution has morphed into a full-scale civil war that's killed more than 70,000 people and forced more than 1 million Syrians to flee the country. Throughout it all, Abu Maryam stayed in Syria. He sews flags for a protest movement that he says he sometimes barely recognizes.
We started with one revolution and one revolutionary flag, but when we started getting weapons, extremist groups came.
Abu Maryam says rebel fighters beat him up twice over the last month. First, fighters from the Islamist group Jabhat al-Nusra flogged him after accusing him of committing crimes against Islam. Then he was hospitalized when he tried to stop gunmen from another group from robbing a neighborhood shop.
I'm terribly afraid for the day after the regime falls, especially if some rebels keep identifying themselves as Islamists. Unfortunately, some rebels are calling for mass killings of other religious groups like the Alawites.
Medya Dagestani is far more optimistic.
Of course, I am proud of the revolution. I am proud of the people inside Syria, how they are brave. Yes.
This single mother now lives with her 5-year-old daughter in a basement apartment in Istanbul, decorated with children's stickers and a Syrian rebel flag.
I miss Syria so much.
Dagestani tells her daughter they will one day go home to rebuild their country after the Assad regime falls.
It's not like a magic stick that everything will be okay. We need time to rebuild Syria.
2 years into the uprising, one revolutionary remains idealistic in exile, while the other struggles on at home, fearing that his hopes for the future are slowly being crushed. Ivan Watson, CNN, Istanbul.